Hey everyone, it's me, Sloth, and we're back in Vesteria. After 4 months of it being gone, it's finally back. It's not the new Vesteria that I made those 3 videos on, but it's back at least. I mean, it's just the old Vesteria. It's the same how it was in April, but at least it's back. And in today's video, I'm going to be making a Trickster guide, because that hasn't been done before. And there's no new content at the moment, so I'm just going to be making content what hasn't been done yet, and that's Trickster guide. So anyways, let's get into the video. Now, first things first, the Trickster subclass, like, trainer location, I'll show you right now in the video to speed it up. Yeah, so right here is the Trickster subclass trainer. One cool thing is that you can roll these dice, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, this is flowing. Next, I'll be going over stat builds and stuff. So my Trickster has 20 strength, you know, it's for the piercing arrows. We have 50 dex for, you know, the triple arrow and stuff. So you shoot 3 arrows when you get 50 dex. And the rest into intelligence. Why intelligence? Because we'll get into this later, but trap and switch strike, these abilities scale off of intelligence similar to like a mage. So you want to have intelligence just to max those abilities out. Now the skill build. Now for adventure, I just did max missile because, you know, you're having a ton of intelligence anyway. Missile might be good in PvP or something. For my hunter book, you obviously want double jump. I maxed out Shunpo. I tried max barrage. It's like good for PvP, I guess, but you know, max jump just ends up being more useful in the long run. So yeah, that's that. I mean, you can put points into execute, but I feel like the bow is just better for Trickster anyway. And finally, the Trickster abilities. I put max trap because with trap, you start off with 1 trap, and then once you put 5 points into it, you get 2 traps, and then once you max it out, you get 3 traps. Traps are pretty cool because they have like infinite vertical range. If you don't know what that means, it's like the hitbox for it goes all the way like across the map. So like, say I walked underneath it here, I would get trapped if I was like in PvP or something. Like if you're doing something, they could get trapped when it's like really high up like this. And then switch strike. Now switch strike, honestly, it's not that good of an ability. You switch places with like a mob. It's useful in some situations, but it's just more of like a fun ability to use. I know you can like switch strike a dust worm onto Octofiti's tower in the Whispering Dunes, and that was fun. But yeah, you just like switch places with your enemy, and it does a lot of damage. How did I miss that? But just like this. So it never lands in PvP. Like, it's so rare that it actually lands, but if it does land, it does lots of damage. Like, what some people do is like they'll go in a trap and then switch strike, so they're forced into the trap, but that's kind of hard to land. And yeah, lastly, 7 points into disengage, because honestly 7 points is good enough. You can just fly across the map anyway when you get 7 points into it. I mean, disengage is like probably the reason you'd want to become Trickster. It's like a really high mobility move. It's the aimbot move in PvP that has like a homing arrow that it lands no matter what. If it's locked on the target, there's no way to dodge it. Like, say I do this, it's like a homing missile. Poor chickens, but whatever. And now I'll be going over the gear you want. Now, instead of a Mogler or Mogloco mask, I use this fully Great Scrolled Sand Scholar mask. I don't like the minus intelligence and stuff on these masks. They're not very viable in my opinion, but yeah, I just have a fully Great Scrolled Sand Scholar mask. That works good enough for me. Again, that gives you the extra dex you need to get 50 dex. Sand Scholar vest, you want to use this, obviously. I mean, you want to be a little bit tanky, you know. Ranger vest is not that good for Trickster. Neither is a ratty vest. I just like the tankiness of the Sand Scholar vest better. For a bow, I use a Keen Dustworm longbow. This is the bow that does like the explosive arrows if it does a critical hit. The acidic arrows perk. But yeah, there's that. I use a keen. The keen gives you extra intelligence. I like that. Now for the dagger, I just use this banana dagger just because it has +2 intelligence. Kind of funny, you know, a banana dagger. But just use Turo's Talon. It's way better. Like more attack, you know. That perk with nighttime is really good. So just use Turo's Talon if you have one. If you don't, just, I don't know what to tell you. I use the banana dagger, but yeah, Turo's Talon is what you want to use. And I use the Sand Scholar boots. Those are just good boots. I don't see why not you'd use them. Ravager boots aren't that good, honestly. You never really run out of MP. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. Alright, so now I'll be going over some tricks for PvP, because Trickster, honestly, it's mainly good in PvP. I mean, it's not the best in PvP. Like, you won't win every time, but PvP is fun with Trickster. So let me just see if I can spam if anyone wants to duel me, and see if anyone accepts, so I can record them without their consent. Alright, we finally got a duel request. It's from a cleric, so let's see. So what I like to do is I like to disengage and like shoot traps them, and you can just get the kill there. The trap, like, that's the infinite vertical range right there. I was kind of lucky I landed that though, but yeah, you just disengage and then you can place trap really high up, so it's kind of like invisible almost, unless they look up, which is kind of hard for them to do. Well, lastly, some things to note is that the ability Switch Strike, while it is pretty cool, it does not work on giants or bosses. Like, you know, it used to. I made the whole video like Switch Striking the Scarab all the way high up, but it does not work on bosses or giants. Yeah, so yeah, for example, say I try to Switch Strike this Scarab. Like, I used to be able to Switch Strike these guys. How did I miss the biggest target in the game? No. Like, say it doesn't work. It just does that. And another thing to note is that when you're attacking, try to aim like below the mob so the pierce like hits them, and you get multiple hits. Like, see how the pierce, like, it hits multiple times. Try to do that. That'll help you do more damage. Like, instead of just attacking like just normally like this, try to like get below your target and make the arrows hit like multiple times with the pierce and the explosion too. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it for this Vesteria video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'm gonna put the meme of the video now, so bye.